In a night defined by high-octane drama and the deafening roar of Istanbul's Rams Park, Liverpool's Champions League ambitions hit a significant stumbling block against Galatasaray. However, the 1-0 scoreline barely tells the story. The headlines have been dominated by a 71st-minute VAR intervention that saw referee Jesús Gil disallow a Liverpool equalizer, a decision that Manchester United legend Rio Ferdinand has labeled as yet another case of VAR overstepping its bounds. As Liverpool trailed to a 7th-minute Mario Lemina header, the pressure from Arne Slot's side finally seemed to tell midway through the second half. Dominik Szoboszlai, who had been the creative heartbeat for the Reds all evening, whipped a venomous corner into the heart of the 6-yard box. In the ensuing, as many have described it, the ball appeared to bounce off Ibrahima Konaté's upper body and into the net. The Liverpool bench erupted, and for a moment it seemed the Reds had secured a vital away goal to take back to Anfield. However, the silent finger-to-ear gesture from Manzano signaled the start of a grueling 3-minute review. The VAR officials eventually determined that the ball had brushed Konaté's arm before crossing the line. Despite Slot's protestations that his defender was being fouled and pulled by Galatasaray shirts, the goal was chalked off for handball. Analyzing the game for, Rio Ferdinand did not hold back. Known for his candid takes on officiating, Ferdinand argued that the clear and obvious threshold is being ignored in favor of forensic frame-by-frame deconstruction that ruins the spirit of the game. You look at that goal, and in real time, it's a goal. It's a scramble. It's physical. It's what Champions League football is about, Ferdinand remarked. When you start slowing it down to 50 frames per second to find a graze on a sleeve, you've lost the plot. The referee Jesús Gil was not right there. Ferdinand also pointed out the inconsistency in the officiating, noting that if Konaté's handball was scrutinized, the foul on Virgil van Dijk in the same sequence should have been equally examined. The atmosphere at Rams Park is legendary, often referred to as "Welcome to Hell." Ferdinand suggested that the sheer intensity of the Turkish crowd might have played a role in the officiating. "It's hard for a referee to stand his ground in an arena like this," Ferdinand added. "Every time a Galatasaray player went down, the whistle went. Every time Liverpool pushed, it was a foul. When the VAR check is happening and 50,000 people are screaming at you, it takes a very strong character not to find a reason to disallow that goal." Liverpool manager Arne Slot echoed Ferdinand's sentiments in his post-match press conference. While Slot was careful not to incur a UEFA fine, his frustration with Jesús Gil was palpable. He noted that in the Premier League, the goal likely would have stood, highlighting the growing disparity between domestic and European officiating standards. "If you're going to call the handball on Ibu, meaning Konaté, you have to look at why his arm was there," Slot argued. "He is being pulled, he is being pushed. It is not a natural movement because he is in a wrestling match." Despite the 1-0 defeat, Liverpool remain favorites to progress, given their formidable record at Anfield. However, they will have to do it without the cushion of an away goal. The return leg on March 18th promises to be a night of high tension, where the Reds will hope for more favorable rub of the green from the officials. For Ferdinand, the message to UEFA is clear. Let the players decide the game. We're talking more about the men in the booths than the men on the pitch, and that's a tragedy for a competition this great.